Well, hello family and friends. Um, Another weekend. We went through the 4th of July weekend. I was a busy guy. I actually split. We had about 4 cord of wood left over, so I cut and split all that stuff. So it's a pretty good start. I'm waiting for another 12 cord to get delivered, but I think it's a pretty good start. I'm gonna do so I have 3 pallets there. I'm gonna do probably 6 wide and then do a couple in the back, so I have 8 total. Yeah, see how that goes. That should be pretty close to what we need, and then I'll probably burn off whatever we have left over here from last year first, and then maybe sometime after deer season I might spend a couple of days in the snow splitting and cutting again, just like I did last year, just to fill this thing back up again. So we'll see. That's kind of the plan for now. We weeded the heck out of our garden, so we have tomatoes, peppers, some more peppers here, and that's eggplant, beans, carrots, onions, peas, beets. That's all cucumbers. We have a couple of zucchini plants. Now we have some beans back there. Then I also took a fence down that was over there, and I ended up mowing all that, so that's kind of nice and clean now. So the plan is tomorrow I'm gonna go and try to replant the food plot. It's clover now. I'm just gonna broadcast some corn and beans, and then make up a drag, some kind of a drag, to actually push the seed into the dirt, and then I have to spray the clover that's there now, because it's clover now, but it has it's pretty much at the end of its cycle now. So I want to try to just try it, see how it works. If I broadcast and then pull something heavy over it to push the seed down, and then I'm gonna spray the clover so it dies, and hopefully the other seeds would come up. So trial, we'll see how it goes. So that's the plan for the weekend. So yeah, follow along and see what happens. So we're on the way to the cabin. It's nice. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, already about 70 degrees. So the plan is to go out, broadcast that seed, and then come up with some kind of contraption that I can drag around to lay down the clover. And then after that I gotta spray it. So supposed to get some rain this evening, so if I do this right, I'll be able to do all this done in about a couple hours. So then the spray, the glyphosate, should be able to work yet in the hot sun all day today. So by the time the rain comes tonight, it shouldn't be an issue anymore. And also the rain is going to be perfect for the seed, so it can start hopefully germinating in a few days. So we'll see how it works out, but that's where we're heading. Well, here we are, made it to the cabin. So the plan is to unload the four-wheeler and then hook up the trailer to the four-wheeler, so we can grab our stuff out there. For we have some seed here. So this is some rapeseed that I'm gonna probably plant in one of the food plots in a few weeks here, and then we should have, I believe this is some corn, yeah, and then we have some soybeans. So we're gonna try to mix up some of this stuff together. I'll probably just bring a bucket and do of whatever mix. I don't know. And then yeah, I do have to fix the sprayer before I can do much damage, because Actually, if you watch my other video, this thing broke right off, and without this I guess it doesn't work. I tried to plug the hole on the tank and it doesn't do anything without one of these bastards on there. So I do have another one. I gotta replace that before I can spray it today. I think I'm just gonna use my hand broadcaster. I'm not gonna use this pull behind one because we wanna go above the clover. So it probably would work better if I'm up higher. And then what I'm gonna try to do, I have these big ass poles here, telephone poles. Some of these I used to build like lean-tos at my house. I built a couple of lean-tos on buildings and whatnot. I do want to put one up out here too on this shed. So I have those 5, whatever, 6 that are decent size. But these are just way too big. I mean, the size of the hole I'd have to dig. Crazy. So I kind of planned on making maybe some benches and some other stuff like that out of them. But this one I think is, it's kind of thick. So I'm thinking this one I might cut down. You know, I don't know. Maybe about that size. And then I can drag that behind the 4-wheeler and that should be good enough to push down the seed and also lay over the clover. So I just have to make some kind of a contraption. It's probably gonna be just some chains wrapped around it, but we'll see. That's another thing we gotta do today. So actually, yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this down and load it on the trailer and bring it out there along with the seed and the broadcaster, because once I'm done doing that, I gotta hook this up right away and pull it around. So yeah, it's gonna be probably one of the first things I do. I brought the chainsaw, cut it down, and yeah, see how it goes. didn't go too bad. So I got all of it is now pushed down. There's a lot of weight. Actually, the four-wheeler, I can smell the belt burning a little bit, so maybe a little bit overkill. But so now I gotta go, like I said, I gotta go fix that sprayer and come back and spray this thing. So yeah, the life cycle of this clover was kind of done for anyway, so there's some clover, but nothing like it used to be. So it's kind of perfect timing for that, to experiment, see what happens. If this doesn't work out about end of September, I think I'm just gonna do the same thing with some winter rye. Just broadcast the winter rye out here and let that kind of take over and be nice and green for deer season. Oh, lost the bucket. No. So yeah, I'm gonna go hook up the sprayer. I want to drive around quick and see how the food plots are looking. The ones still nothing planted, I'm waiting for end of this month or beginning of August. I'm thinking probably last weekend of July I'm gonna come out, depending on the weather, of course. So I think since I'm gonna have the sprayer hooked up to the four-wheeler, I might come and just spray these two, since they're a little bit greening up a little bit. I'll spray them too, and then that way next week I can just come out and fill them up again. So then they should be just about ready by that time to plant. Another week or so, then I can plant after that. Or I might just wait until the week and done and fill them and plant. But they're not looking terribly bad, but still some green showing, so I want to make sure I spray them too. Cool. Well, got this baby hooked up and working, so we should be in good shape now. I have no way of putting a camera back here for when I spray, so it is what it is. I can get the GoPro and you can just, I'll film while I'm driving around here. Yeah, should be in good shape. So let's see, I gotta turn this one off. Yeah. Cool, here we go. Well, we're done with that project. Got the clover sprayed, and I got the food plots sprayed, so that should be good. Whew. Think I'm gonna go for a quick ride here. I'll take you with me. Kind of check out where we hunt the power lines, see how the brush looks like on the power line. Kind of make a little plan for this fall. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to mow, but I want to see how bad it grew this year, and then we'll go home. This is going down to my wife's stand. I might have to trim some sides the way it looks like. We drive a vehicle down here. This brush is growing. So this is what we call the new power line. Well, it is the new power line. We put it in about 3 years ago. Some company comes and sprays it all the time, but it's still kind of green. That's my ladder stand over there. So I can hunt on this side. And then we go out on the old power line. This is where we usually hunt. Ooh. Oh yeah, it gets pretty deep over here. Yeah, so her stand is usually over here. Not terribly bad. I'll probably still. So last year I mowed kind of that side, a couple of spots. This year looks like I might have to mow this side because it's pretty tall with the little trees and whatnot. That's the biggest thing. The grass usually lays down anyway, but it's just the little trees that come up and can be a deterrent for a bullet if you don't, if you don't take that in account when you pull the trigger. So I like to keep them little trees down. So yeah, I'll have some mowing to do on this side. Not terribly bad. Looks like I could get a little bit closer over there. There's some trees. It might need to get crushed. Yeah, and on this side for sure. Cool. Yeah, over there on that side it kind of drops off, so it's kind of hard to get. There's a little hill, so it's hard to get down there with the tractor, but I'm gonna have to try this here to mow some of that stuff down, so it's easier to see the deer from the deer stand before they like all the way to the middle of the power line. Yeah. And yeah, that side needs a little bit of trimming, otherwise it shouldn't be too bad. So, and then I hunt down there. Yeah, I'm gonna go see how that looks like. So I'm following the tracks of a pickup truck. Looks like somebody with a pickup drove down here, which is kind of crazy because usually just a little bit further it's super wet and there's a little creek that goes across there. So yeah, they must have been somebody didn't really care about their truck to be able to do this, but I guess not my problem. But it got pretty low here pretty quick. But it has been a pretty dry year. We actually are in a drought, so pretty sure the creek is dried out. And yeah, see how low it gets over here. Oh yeah, here's the creek. In a typical year, we don't even worry about out here because deer won't cross, it's so wet. This year, I guess they're gonna be able to cross whatever they want to, unless we get a bunch of rain this fall. But yeah, so I hunt up in here. This is more of a ridge, so I have a little bit better visibility. Yeah, this is okay, not too bad. I have some little trees growing. Maybe that tree over there should come down. Yeah, not bad at all. I did mow a lot last year up here too, so that helps. But yeah, this is where I park my camper, back and right in there. So yeah, no, it shouldn't be too bad. I think that little tree I'd like to cut down. Maybe some of that bunch over there. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's gonna change a lot between now and October. Because usually I come and mow in October, so by that time things are turning yellow and whatnot. It's easier to see. Down here, my wife's cousin hunts down this way. So last year I mowed. Yeah, last year I mowed this side, but I only got up to about there. So that is so tall right now that that deer could be standing right there right now. I wouldn't even see it. So I would like to mow that half down this year and just leave this side the way it is and mow that half and then kind of go back and forth every year. That'd be kind of cool. We'll see. Yeah, because there's a lot of little trees growing in that shit too besides just the grass. So yeah, that for sure I'm gonna have to do. Okay, well, let's go back to the cabin. Well, it's now a week later. I decided to keep this one going. Yeah, I'm gonna go back out to the cabin, check out the food plot, see how things look like. On my game camera, looks like the glyphosate is working really good. Stuff started to die. But my other thing is I want to see if anything is even trying to germinate out there or not. So we'll see. So that's what we're doing. The first thing I want to do today is actually trim up some of these trees. They're like hanging super low because I do want to mow out here too today and tomorrow. We'll see what we get done, but yeah, these are kind of hanging low, so I think I'll trim some of these up. Then I have the trailer behind the four-wheeler so I can haul them out to my burn pile. Yeah, and then it's kind of early in the morning. It's like 9 o'clock, 9:30. So it's still kind of dewy, but the sun is out, so it should dry up pretty well by the time I get that done. I think I'm gonna start mowing here. There are some chances of some rain today and tomorrow, which is okay, because if it rains out here for a little bit, I can still throw on the brush mower and go mow in the back. That one is not as sensitive to wet grass as the finishing mower, so kind of have to go back and forth. And then somewhere in between we're gonna go, probably after I get this job done, I can unhook that trailer and we can go back and check out that food plot, see how it's doing. So here we go. Yeah, this little Milwaukee chainsaw seems to be doing the job really cool. Just an 80-volt little chainsaw, but I already zipped a whole bunch of these off in like maybe a minute and a half. So yeah, I'll get this job done in like 5 minutes. The biggest job is gonna be hauling the stuff away, so yeah. that didn't go too bad. About 10 minutes and I had the whole thing snipped off. Now I just have to pick these branches up and haul them to the burn pile, which should take a little bit longer than 10 minutes, but it's gonna be nice when it's a little opened up here. All right, the sun is still out. That's good. That's drying the grass. So yeah, I'll keep going with this. Yeah, so this is our burn pile. We tried to burn it. Actually, it was a lot bigger. We had a bunch of these. Actually, it was this type of trees, the Norwegian pine that died. So I cut all those off. The wood itself is over there. That's another project. Maybe I want to try to get to this weekend. Try to cut some of those up and bring them home so I can have them for firewood for the beginning of the season. That's pine, so it burns a lot quicker, but still gives out a lot of heat, so I can still use it to heat the house with the boiler. Then I can save the ash for later on in the season when it really gets cold. So that's another project, but yeah, so I'm gonna unload these and I have, I think, at least 2 more trips. Then it should be nice and high. Give it a couple of weeks to dry. I do want to burn this pile here before fall, before everything starts to dry out. It is pretty green right now. We did got some rain here the last few days, so and there's some in the forecast for the next week or so also, so we'll see. Maybe next week I'll just come and let it burn and see what happens. But yeah, I'll load these. Well, we got that project done. Ended up being 4 trailer loads. Pretty nice, decent pile there. So yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be dry by next weekend, but at least a couple of 3 weekends and we can burn this sucker. That'll be a nice little fire. Might take a couple of beers to finish it off. I'm gonna go down to that food plot quick. This is my sister-in-law's over here, so I'll just drive down on her side. All these trees is pretty much where the deer are bedding down. I haven't mowed between those trees in a long time for that reason. I just let it be so they can be perfect habitat for them. It's pretty nice and dark in there. We planted all these trees by hand, honestly about 20 some years ago. About 20 years ago. That was when I first moved up here, and my in-laws were planting these. So this is my nephew's food plot. That's his deer stand over there. I'm not sure what he planted. Looks like he's just tilled for now. So that's his food plot, and ours is like right back here. Pretty close. Oh yeah, it's dying good. Now the challenge is to see if we have anything growing underneath it. Possibly something, huh? Or is that clover? Or is it a bean? Yeah, I think some stuff is coming up here. Still kind of early to tell. I think it's only been a week, but yeah, I can't really tell the difference between beans and clover when they're this little. It's hard to tell. Yeah, we'll give it a little bit more time. Let it germinate. I know next week now it's gonna be nice and warm. This week was kind of a goofy week. We had lots of rain and lots of cold days, so rain is good. Hopefully they're gonna get some good germination fuel. go from there. Well, I know some of the clover is actually coming back after we sprayed it and laid it down. Looks like the tall stuff is dying, but there's some green stuff coming, so it might be a mixture of clover and peas and beans and corn, if it all works out. So yeah, we'll give it a few more days, give it some time, but it's dying pretty good. If it doesn't work out, like I said, I'm gonna do the same with some winter rye, but I think I'll bring my cultivator out and just drag this, even if I'm not gonna break ground too much, but just drag it, because there's a lot of dead grass and stuff, as you can tell. So that way I have a lot more exposed soil. But for now, this is an experiment, and see what happens. I'll keep you guys posted. I don't know, the skies are kind of goofy. It's sunny, then it's dark, and it's almost raining, and it's sunny again. So I think I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna start mowing the front until we get some rain. Hopefully I can finish it all off, and then if we get some rain, or if I get it done, then I'll come in the back and yeah, I want to mow our trees. I'll show you here. Yeah, so the stuff back here is planted. We planted trees a couple of years ago, or 3 years ago, for a program we entered into. The trees, that was a super dry year, and even with us watering them, it's not really, it didn't really make it too good. There's some that are coming, but a lot of them are not. But still, by the program, we have to keep it mowed between the rows. So that's part of what I gotta do. So I want to make sure I get that done this weekend, because as you can tell, it's grown up pretty good. I want to make sure we follow the program. So I'll do that. But I'm gonna start mowing in the front. Then if the rain comes, I'll just shut it down for a little bit and then jump on the tractor and mow this. So that is the plan. Man, it's hot when the sun is out, but as soon as it goes away, it cools off right away. We actually finished mowing. Let's see what time is it. 1:45. Yeah, the grass over there was like super long, so it kind of looks like crap now. But that's a little bit lower, so when it rains, the grass actually grows taller than any places. You know, the other place, I guess I should say. So 1:45. I'm not gonna go behind right now with the other mower. What I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna run home and take my little one for a ride, because it looks like later on it's gonna be raining. So, and I promised I want to take her for a ride, so I'm gonna do that. Run home, take her for a ride, and then make some supper and whatnot, and come back out here tomorrow morning. And then all I have to do now is just hook up the brush mower to the Ford and go do some brush mowing back there. I do have a GoPro now and some mounts I'm gonna try on the tractor, so hopefully I can film some brush mowing with the 8N. So that's the plan. So stick around. Like going for a ride? Yeah, trees are a little bit juicy, looks like it. Not too bad. Heck yeah, man. Are you happy? Yes. That's awesome. a burnt place, but the trees are coming back nice. We had a fire here about 5-6 years ago, and things are coming right back up. It's kind of amazing to see what nature does. Oh wow, that really shows how much he got replanted. This is all the old burnout, and all these little trees are coming up just awesome right now. I think they do a lot of aerial seeding, where you go and just broadcast by helicopter and stuff. But wow, yeah, just for being 3, 4, 5 years old, stuff is coming up nice. Are you having fun?
Yes.
That's awesome. Here we go, ready? Here we go. Here we are. She has a blast usually. So this is all state forest. Thousands and thousands of miles of trails, and yeah, you can't beat that. And this is her favorite place to be, is the forest. So we call her nickname is Forest Girl for that reason. So she's out having fun. As you can tell, this morning is kind of a gloomy, cloudy day. It did rain overnight on and off, so I'm not sure how it looks like at the cabin. I had to run to town and get some stuff here, and I'll run out there either way. I want to hook up that mower to the tractor, and I'll try to sharpen the blades on it properly. At least that's the plan. Yeah, see what we can accomplish. At least I'll get that much done between rains and stuff. So yeah, so of course as soon as I get out of here, it starts raining, as you can hear and probably see. So yeah, I don't think I'll get much done today here. If it slows down a little bit, I still want to hook up the mower and back it in here and try to at least sharpen the blades so they'll be good to go for, I don't know, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think I might have time to come out here after work and do that mowing. It shouldn't take me long, maybe a couple hours if that. But yeah, well, we'll see what we can do here. sure if this is OSHA approved or out, but it is what it is. Much better. All right, your turn. Yes, much better, much better. All right. No accidents, that's awesome. Holy. Whew. That side is a little sketchy. I don't like that, but this was my backup plan. Yeah, don't do this at home. Do it at your cabin, I guess. But yeah, don't do this at home. Exactly, that's why. Kind of cool, I caught it on camera. That's the reason why I was working on that side, because I knew this one's gonna hold up no problem. So, okay. Now that we got that on camera, I guess I'll start the tractor, and I'm just gonna park it back in here for the day and call it good. It's Sunday, so since it's a rainy day, I might just go back home, spend some time with the kids, do some fun stuff in the house, maybe in the garage. I don't know, but I guess we'll call this good for today. Yeah, not much I can do out here. we go. Parked and loaded. Yes. I do have to. I noticed this bolt was kind of loose here. I gotta make sure I tighten that one down. Otherwise, you should be ready to rock and roll. Well, I guess we'll call this a day. There's more rain coming now, so definitely just gonna go home and have a family day. So we didn't get as much done as we wanted to, but it's something. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm gonna next week I have to go and mow those little trees, like I said, and probably mow around the food plots too. And I might till the food plots one more time, or I might wait another week, because then 2 weeks from now I want to plant those brassicas that I have. It's gonna be the last weekend in July, so it's about the right time. So yeah, I'll probably just wait until that weekend. Come think of it, I can till and seed and do all this stuff all at one time. So yeah, if you haven't yet, just hit that follow button and follow me around and see what other adventures we can get into. Yeah, see you guys in the next one.